guys, what's up? Chalkiness54 here with Nathan.
Oh, yeah. And introduce me. I'm the best part of this video.
He sure is.
Yeah.
But
you hear that, ladies?
we are going to be doing a movie review on Split. Now, the movie's directed by M. Night Shyamalan and stars James McAvoy, James McAvoy, James McAvoy, James McAvoy, and James McAvoy. Oh yeah, and Anya Taylor-Joy's in this too.
Yeah, it's a very diverse cast list, as you can tell.
Yeah. Well, but anyway, in all seriousness, it stars James McAvoy as Kevin, Anya Taylor-Joy as Casey, and Betty Buckley as Dr. Fletcher. Now, essentially, the plot of the movie is it's about this guy named Kevin who has 23 different personalities living inside his body, and he ends up like as one of the personalities, he like kidnaps these 3 girls that were like all hanging out together, and then it's like, you know, they're like, okay, we're all trapped in here, we have to find a way out of this. You know, we have to try and find a way out, like, we have to convince one of the personalities to let us out. And now, I was really excited for this movie. Even if M. Night Shyamalan wasn't directing, I would still be, like, really wanting to see it, but M. Night Shyamalan directing made me want to see it even more. And the Split is an amazing, amazing movie. Like, seriously, M. Night Shyamalan has redeemed himself very much.
I've almost forgiven him for Last Airbender. Almost.
I honestly can't wait to see what he does next, and he directs this movie very, very well. And one thing I love about M. Night Shyamalan, and he does this in quite a bit of his movies, he knows when to make you laugh. He knows when to put comedy in this movie, and it works so well. Like Nathan was laughing for like a solid like minute, maybe even 2 minutes because of this one scene. We're not going to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it for you.
There are a lot of humorous scenes in Split.
Yeah, and then there's also a very nice twist at the end that I didn't see coming, and neither did Nathan.
You didn't even get the twist, Liam.
Yeah, I didn't get the twist either. But like Nathan was looking up theories on it, and he told me, and I was like, "That is pretty."
I didn't
cool.
understand this was at first, but I was like, when I saw like Chris Stuckman's spoiler talk, I was like, "Oh, I get it now! Holy shit, that's awesome!"
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing I love about M. Night Shyamalan is he recognizes his mistakes from his earlier films, and he accepts those. He doesn't like say, "I regret doing those." He recognizes his mistakes, and he puts those into his. And he corrects those mistakes, and he puts those into his newer films, which makes them, and he makes his newer films better. Like The Visit, looking back, is one of the best horror movies, I think. Like, it was really, really good. I think it's very underrated. It was well reviewed, but it was still underrated.
Yeah, The Visit was, like, going into The Visit, here's my thought. I was like, it's a Shyamalan film, it's gonna suck. Coming out, I was like, holy fuck, that was good. Like, and with Split, I went into there because I was like, okay, maybe, I'm hoping The Visit wasn't a one-hit wonder. Coming out of Split, even as Liam, we walked out, and I was like, what'd you think? Liam turns to me, that was one of the best horror films I've ever seen. I'm like, good, we think the same way.
I was literally like this walking out of the theater. Because I was like in shock at how good and how intense it was. And like, you know, in the theater, it's like, you know, the sound impact was like, you know, really good. Like, you know, when you see it in the theater. And M. Night Shyamalan was talking about on his Twitter that he
wrote the twist on Into the Oscars.
That was hilarious. With the Oscar mix-up, he said, "I wrote the ending to the Academy Awards 2017." That's another reason why I love him. M. Night Shyamalan was talking about on his Twitter about how or maybe on his Twitter, he said, maybe not on his Twitter, he said like in an interview or something, that he might release a 3-hour extended cut of Split, which the original cut's like 2 hours. That would be awesome to see, because I would hope that it would like delve more into like more of Kevin's personalities. Because they say, okay, this is a minor spoiler, I guess, but because they say that Kevin has 23 personalities, only 8 of them are actually shown on screen.
Also, one thing that's really good in this movie are the performances, especially from James McAvoy. He gives such a good performance. Like, he portrays each personality so differently. Like, there wasn't one personality I was like, that's similar to that one, and I don't know which one's which. No. Every time he portrays a different personality, you can tell he's being someone else. he does such a good job, and I really wanted to get nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars, but he's not going to.
I hope he does, because
he won't, unfortunately.
He deserves it for the dedication he put into it, because James McAvoy broke his hand on set because he was supposed to like punch a metal wall, and like the set designer had like cut out a square for him to punch through, but he didn't hit the square, and he actually hit the legitimate wall, and yeah, he ended up breaking his hand on set, and he didn't tell anybody for 2 days, after which he finally went to a hospital. And apparently M. Night Shyamalan actually played back the take, and apparently you can see his face drain of color because he actually broke it. But yeah, overall, guys, Split is an amazing, amazing movie that I would have easily seen in theaters twice. It is such an amazing...
There wasn't a bad performance in the movie. The writing was really well done. And I hate how horror movies rely on jump scares to scare you. Like, with something like... I'm trying to think of a horror movie that does that. Sinister did that a bit. Insidious does that. M. Night Shyamalan, with his horror films, he relies more on scary scenarios other than jump scares. And that's why he's my favorite horror film director. He doesn't rely on any of that shit. Even Get Out relied sometimes on jump scares.
There was like one of those in there, though.
But like M. Night Shyamalan, there was never.
Yeah, but guys, overall, Split is an amazing movie that I would recommend to anyone. I'm going to give Split an A+.
And I would also give Split an A+.
Alright, anyway guys, that'll be it for this review. Subscribe for more content, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And remember you guys, whenever having multiple personalities, say no to drugs.